put your hand up. Hi, thank you for coming. Welcome to Famicos Foundation podcast today. Once again, my name is Shanita Williams, the CB&E Program Manager. I have two guests on with me today. One is Deanna James and Royce Muscavelli. I am going to let them introduce themselves. They are also part of the CB&E department with Famicos Foundation, but they are going to introduce themselves. So thank you again for joining us. Who wants to go first?
Okay. Hi, I'm Royce Muscavelli. I'm the MyCom Regional Coordinator at Famicos Foundation, also in the CB&E department.
Good afternoon. I'm Deanna James. I am a Cleveland Foundation Public Service Fellow, and I'm placed with Famicos for a year-long term, working with them on their Purpose-Built Communities initiative with Mary Bethune School.
And just to ask you guys, how long have you been with the Famicos Foundation? You start with Deanna.
Okay, I've been here for 10 months. Exactly.
That's good. That's just about the time I've been here. I have been here since October 19th of 2020. And what about yourself, Royce?
Well, I've been with Famicos since, I believe, the end of 2019. But before that, I worked with them in a couple different capacities, working for Cleveland Neighborhood Progress. So I was real familiar with Famicos before I came.
Okay. So what we're going to do today is allow our guests to talk about some of the projects that they are doing for the remaining of this year. And also, we're going to discuss some things that are going on in the community that CB&E is part of, and the Famicos Foundation as well, what we are part of this summer, some other things that's going on. So let's start with Royce, because his program is going on fast. He works with the children and the youth, so he is the one that will go ahead and talk about his programs.
Yeah, so as I said before, my exact title is a MyCom Regional Coordinator, and what that means is that I'm essentially shared between Famicos and a Cleveland Foundation funded program called MyCom, which essentially helps a network of support systems to sort of coordinate all the different moving pieces in our service areas, which is Huff, Glenville, and St. Clair Superior. And essentially what I do is organize the resources around the different schools from K to 12, and then try to get everybody on one accord, sharing best practices, sharing different solutions to common problems. And then also we give out at least, I'm not going to say the number, but a hefty amount of partner support grants for different programs that are in the school, around the school, or serving any type of school kid in our 3 different neighborhoods.
That's awesome, because our youth today requires all the support that they can get from us. And with Famicos, we do a lot of that in the communities that we work with. So we're happy to have Royce come along with that. He's great with the kids. He has a lot of patience, and they highly respect him. Somewhat. Yes. Yeah. I know it can be challenging. Yeah. So what about yourself, Deanna?
So myself, I work with an initiative that is shared between the Cleveland Foundation and the St. Luke's Foundation. And it's also kind of carried out through the work of the Famicos Foundation. And it is called Cleveland Purpose-Built Communities. Essentially, it's a model of holistic community revitalization that focuses on 3 different pillars: mixed income housing, wellness as defined by the community's needs, and education. So they consider it like cradle to college pipeline education. And in the Glenville half of the work, we focus on really intentionally building relationships between a lot of the anchor institutions in the area to uplift and accommodate the students and the families that are especially in the area surrounding Mary Bethune School off of East 115th and Moulton. So the work that I do is really in conjunction with Famicos's overall work. essentially engaging the neighborhood,
Yes.
letting them know what's happening in the area, being very intentional about supporting Principal Melanie over at Mary Bethune School, with whatever needs they might have. And we have a couple of different events that are coming up that have to do with that specifically.
That's awesome. So just a few weeks ago, you did have something that you did for the kids.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So it was just to kind of reignite engagement in the area right after COVID. It was a rough year for everybody. And so I thought it would be a good idea just to have fun. So that's really what that event was oriented towards, fun for the kids and the families in the area. So we had food, we had Recess Cleveland come out, and we got a pretty good turnout. They played water games, they did bouncy houses. There was quite a bit going on.
Yes, it was quite interesting. We all participated in that here. Who you see on today, we had a really good time just seeing that due to COVID and being able to have that launch off. The kids were excited, and like Deanna said, it's something that in the future we'll probably do something like that similar again for that school and that location in that area. So what we can talk about today too as well, we're always about informing and giving out information to the community, and CB&E is always good for that. And also just Famicos Foundation as a whole, we're always stressing about the community. And this is the reason why we're doing this podcast. This is to make you aware of what is out there, that some things you may not hear about or what maybe you heard rumors about, and we're here to just put the facts out there. So one thing that is going to start off with, I'm going to talk about the garden, and that's Gateway 105. We have on July 16th, 2021, we have our first grand opening for that. So we're excited for that. The time for that is from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. So I'm going to read directly from the information. It says Churchill Avenue. It says on July 16th, Churchill Avenue between East 105 and East 103 will be closed from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. for the Gateway 105 Market Grand Opening Ceremony. Get excited. We're excited about that. So hosted by, of course, Famicos Foundation. So that is something that we've been trying to get this off for quite some time. Erica Barnett, which is the director for CB&E, she's not here today, but she is the launch of that program, and we're excited for that project to finally get going, and to also, this is something that would be part of the growth in the community. So, Royce, what do you have for us?
Okay. Attention parents of youth ages 9 to 12. The Youth Football League has begun. Interested parents contact Coach Mark Poole, I hope I pronounced your name right, of the Renegades football team. For further information, call 216-577-2046. Again, 216-577-2046.
Okay. And I do have another quick question, Royce, for you. For this upcoming school year, do you have anything planned for like supplies or anything that you have going on?
Yeah. So, MyCom, the supports that MyCom provides through collaboration with Famicos ranges from everything from essentially a youth council providing kids youth advocacy, all the way down to providing just the essential resources. As we have provided a resource closet stationed at Corey Rec, available weekdays after 12, that essentially supplies all the basic needs, whether it's toothpaste, toothbrushes, simple hygiene products, but then also bags and other things that would allow the kids to essentially go on about their day and not have to be sort of dispelled from what they're trying to do in school, in and around school, I should say. But yeah, so the resource closets, we're trying to open up 2 more. We have one at Corey Rec on 105, and then we're in the process of working with two of our schools in our service areas to try to figure out which ones want to host the next two resource clauses.
That's good. So we appreciate that because
And one thing I should add,
sorry.
all the items are completely free. So kids get the
Yes.
opportunity to come in there and shop for essentially their families and their peers, and pick what they need, whether it's gently used clothing or just, as I said before, the hygiene products, but it's all completely free.
So is this something that they sign up for through website, or this is something?
Yes. So right now we just have first come, first serve. So whoever comes to Quarry Rec during the hours that they're available, they'll be able to have access until the inventory runs out. But in the next month or so, we're going to try to get a little more tech savvy and increase the marketing and allow people to be able to sign up online, whether it's through like QR codes or different signage that just essentially gets the word out to the kids.
Okay, so they can do this now. They don't have to wait until
Nope.
when school opens or school time. They can
Nope.
start this now.
Just
okay.
come in, talk to Mr. Glaspie, and just be ready to shop and get what you need, but then also actually sign in and tell what in the inventory you take out so we can know how to restock it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Deanna, what do we have up and coming here at Famicos?
Well, up and coming here at Famicos, we have a couple events that are going to be later in July and later in August. I can't share exact dates yet, but just know that they are coming up. We do have something really exciting happening on the campus of Mary Bethune School. There's going to be a new playground built, a new sport court, in partnership with a few different organizations in Cleveland. I think we're partnering with General Motors, Famicos Foundation, the Cleveland Foundation, Kaboom, and a few other organizations to get this playground built. And so it's supposed to be installed the week of July 26th.
Okay.
And that park will be open and ready for kids to play.
All right. That's awesome. So we have some outdoor movie events, and this is in Ward 7. We have one that is upcoming, and what date is that for, Deanna?
That is for Monday, July 12th. They're showing the 2019 version of The Lion King. I think that's the version with Beyonce. So
Yes.
they're going to show that version at Wilson School, and that address is 1122 Ansel Road.
And what's the time? Is there a time there?
All the movies start at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, and again, this is a free event for 8 p.m. and it is on first come, first serve basis. And also, this is sponsored by who?
There we go.
This is sponsored by Ward 7 Councilman Mr. Bashir Jones.
All right, thank you so much.
I'm
for
gonna make
that.
sure you get your shout out, man. I got
Yeah.
you. She almost forgot you. Bro. I got you. I got you.
I didn't forget you. I thought she was going to say it.
Right. This is all live. So, all right. So we have a food distribution again for Ward 7. The next date that is coming up for July is July 29th, that date. And the time is 10 a.m. and through 1 p.m. And this while supplies last. And also the location for the distribution for the food distribution is 8555 Huff Avenue. So we have that. And one thing I can say is that since being here, and I don't know if I brought this up before, was since being here and working for Famicos Foundation, is what I love the most and what I appreciate. What I would say, what I love the most is the people who I work with. Everyone in my department, down to my boss and everyone, we work well together. We have fun. We get frustrated. But one thing we do is we get the job done. And so having that, and what I appreciate is just Famicos Foundation as a whole and everybody there that supports the CB&E team. So I want to say thank you for that. And our next up thing is we're going to talk to Deanna. She's going to talk about the Huff Project,
Yeah.
Huff Legacy Project that we have going on. We just had a meeting with that this Wednesday?
That was last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday, yeah, because today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday, we had a extremely strong meeting with some of the, I would say, companies that would be working with us in that legacy project So Deanna's gonna shoot and tell you a little bit about that.
Well, sure. So some of those main players that we had come together and really arranged that Huff Legacy Project meeting is Mr. Charles Britton of Faith Community Supportive Services Incorporation, and the Famicos Foundation is really assisting with that project. If you're interested in the project at all, you can contact Mr. Charles Britton. The number is 216-337-4986. And what that project is really about is really networking amongst Black businesses and businesses that are located in the Huff, Glenville, St. Clair Superior area, specifically Huff. But if you do business in the area and you're looking for a way to interact with other companies that are into doing the business in the area and putting in the work into these neighborhoods and really getting to know people, and you would like some support, some networking and things like that, please come out and attend the next meeting. I'm not sure when the next meeting is, but if you call up Mr. Charles Britton, he can communicate that to you.
Oh, one more thing I will also say, it's primarily Black, not exclusively Black. 'Cause we did have some other folks of different shades in there talking that good word. So.
Yes, and one thing too I want to say about this project is it is the, I would say, 411 for entrepreneurs who want to connect with other entrepreneurs, because maybe I have a carpenter but I need to have someone to help my mom as a home care provider, or I need to find out about grants in the community, or I need to find out I need a hauling place or a repairman or a demolition company. This is the collaboration that this legacy project is for, to make one cluster that eventually will build on top of layers of something more than just that one network. It would be multiple layers to that, to training, to job opportunities. So I would say employment opportunities for different places, but also some kind of training to work with these companies. So it's a huge project. I don't know the timeline on it as of yet, so we're just in the beginning stages of it. And again, as Deanna James had brought out, and Royce had brought out, that it is something that it's going to be awesome once the pieces come together on it. So shout out to also our caterer, Cheryl Harris, that did that. We really appreciate her coming together very quickly for us. Royce?
And one thing that I really appreciated was the range of entrepreneurs, in specifically age, but then also just in terms of like progression of what they're doing. So we had some people there in the beginning stages of what they're trying to build, and then we had some folks in there that was, I want to say, 20, 30 years into what they were doing, along with a guy that I'm definitely going to talk to that not only can speak to sort of the current workings of the entrepreneurship space, but then also like cryptocurrency and other things ahead.
Investing.
Yes,
so
I
we
did.
had
Yes.
an investing guru in there. So I think anybody that comes and participates, you're just going to pick up some type of game and value.
Yes, it really was excellent. It really was excellent. Clark Nelson, who works for the Health Multipurpose Center through Famicos Foundation, he had a very nice opening that he did to kind of break the ice. I can't go into details because it's his thing, and we really enjoyed it. So we want to say thank you for that and appreciate all those that participated that day, and we hope we can continue our business with them.
Shout out Clark.
And I don't know, that first meeting set the precedent for some pretty nice spreads as far as food goes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think that might be what's going on with the next meeting too. Hopefully.
Yes, absolutely. We'll have to reach out to her.
Yeah. I want to say thank you, Mr. Nelson, for roping everybody
thank
into
you.
that. Thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
also Mr. Charles Britton.
Yeah.
Also, he really pulling that together and getting all those that excellence in one room was awesome. So thank you for that. Shout out to you. And up next, so we have give me a second. We are also doing, we're still in the stages of trying to get people in the community vaccinated. We are offering through Famicos $50 gift cards, Visa gift cards, to those who sign up with us to get a vaccine. That's the COVID-19 vaccine, either Moderna or what's the other one?
Pfizer, yeah.
Pfizer, Moderna, those two that we have right now. So you can contact us at our main phone number at 216-791-6476, and you can ask for myself, Shanita Williams, and I would contact you and connect you with a place or a time when we're doing the vaccine clinic again. So we also have that passed. So our next first Saturdays in the summer for the Rockefeller Hike shops the next one is August 7th, and that meets at Michael R. White Elementary, 1000 East 92nd Street. Register by phone at 216, again 791-6476, and my extension is 228, or online at famicos.org. And that's sponsored by Famicos Foundation and University Circle Inc. Okay. So what's up next, guys? You have anything else to add to our podcast today? What are you looking forward to for the fall?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, okay. Can I start?
Go ahead.
This is going to kind of be me trying to speak something into existence. So it's not exactly concrete, but I can tell you what we're working on. So in MyCom, we essentially, each neighborhood that has a MyCom coordinator who plays my role has a youth council of at least, I want to say 10, 14 to 21-year-old kids throughout the neighborhood that not only work with us or work with the coordinators, but also provide different services just to the community. But us, Famicos specifically, we are trying to turn that into also a grant-making body. So we're trying to allow some of the kids input on the different partner grants that go out into the community. So not only will they have the opportunity to serve their community, but they have the opportunity to feel what it's like to fund their community and fund the different good projects in the community.
Wow, that's dope.
So
That's
yeah.
good.
So
And
yeah,
then
that's
is that something you're speaking into existence?
Yeah,
So
we haven't.
I'll ask you more later.
Yeah, thank you. That's what we're shooting for.
Yes.
Thank you.
Deanna,
Oh, what am I looking out for?
what?
Well, I won't be here in the fall.
Yes, I was just gonna bring
unfortunately.
that up.
Yeah, I won't be here in the fall. The fellowship is only 1 year, and I started in September of last year, so I go to the end of August this year. But I'm looking forward to the rest of the summer.
Yes.
And then in the fall, I'm looking forward to, I guess moving forward with my career and making different moves and hopefully engaging another community in another place.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that you would bring good, you won't make what someone had said to me was that you're not moving on to because the grass is greener on the other side.
Right.
You're moving on because you are going to make it greener for yourself. So kudos and congratulations to you on your next move.
Thank you.
So, what we have going on for this fall for CBNE is several things that I probably can't, it's too many to list at this time, but we will be on our next podcast. We will discuss some of those things that will be going on for the fall. Erica Burnett will be returning with me on that. Once again, we will have a special guest on with us that day. And so we want to take this time to thank you all for joining us and to watching us and continue to doing that. And we hope that you will continue to have a good day and be safe. And we thank you so much. From myself, Shanita Williams, Royce, and Deanna.
Yes.
Take care.
Bye.
So long.
Bye-bye.